Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in, come on in. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. I did not want to bring up this topic. You know me, I'm somebody where I'm always looking on the bright side of things. And I give you tips that help you to get eBay sales and that also help you to look at what you can do, ways to be proactive on eBay. What can I do to increase my sales? What can I do to attract shoppers? But this is something that I've run across pretty regularly now for several weeks. I have reported it to eBay, but I really want to give you a heads up because I don't want you to fall victim to it. And I thank all of you that follow me on my Facebook business page. I love to be selling. Thank you so much for all of you that subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kathy Terrell, I love to be selling. And if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. And then download my podcast, Kathy Terrell, I love to be selling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I want to talk about is an eBay glitch, and it's an eBay glitch in shipping that can really cost you some serious money. And that's why I'm bringing it up, because I'm here to save you money. I want to make sure that when you're using eBay shipping, and I do use eBay shipping, and for the most part, I love eBay shipping, except for this glitch that keeps popping up. And I want you to be aware of it because I don't want you throwing away your money. I don't want you giving eBay any more money than eBay needs when you're doing your shipping. Okay. So that's why we're talking about this today. So let's get right to it. So if you're not aware of it, and sometimes when you're on eBay, and I typically am on eBay on the desktop, I do use the app periodically. I'll use it for customer service. So things that happen on the app, I am not always right on top of it because I really use the app for customer service. I do take pictures with the app, and then I switch to desktop. I'm much more aware of things that are happening on desktop because I really do 90% of my eBay selling on desktop. And you'll let me know for you. Are you a desktop person? Are you an app person? You use both? Are you mostly on the desktop, mostly on the app? Let me know because that helps me in creating content to help you. So this is what I've been noticing on the desktop quite frequently. So what'll happen, and I'm going to date this. This is February 2024, but I've seen this now for, I'm going to say like 2 months, and it comes and goes, which is why I'm bringing it up, is so glitches on eBay. I will, every now and then I'll hit a photo upload. So I'm going to upload photos. I take the pictures on the mobile, then I go to desktop, and it has a hard time, and then I'm going to add photos. So I have some photos that I've put in from my camera, and then I might add some photos that I've stored, okay, that I had from a previous photo shoot. This is when I'm blending pictures necessarily from 2 photo shoots. And eBay will have a hard time uploading photos. So that I've noticed on the desktop. I do notice that when it is on the app, and then I switch to the desktop, and I'm not adding anything like from a photo storage on my in a cloud or anything, then it's fine. So from the app straight to the desktop is fine. It's when I'm adding pictures, and sometimes I am adding pictures. It might be one that I have stored on my computer. Sometimes it has a hard time. It's spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. The other glitch I'll notice at times is when you're updating or revising a listing. So you're adding an item specific. Maybe you're adding something to the description. And again, sometimes it'll spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. And that'll happen. But this is one that'll cost you money. Those are aggravating. This will cost you money. So, and this happened to me this morning, is I'm shipping. I'm doing my eBay shipping. And I encourage you, when you are doing your eBay shipping, it might be tempting to multitask. So it might be tempting to listen to the eBay podcast, to listen to my podcast, various things you might be doing while you're shipping, but listening to podcasts is a big one. I encourage you to really pay attention when you're shipping. I am more and more of a school of I don't multitask. I really focus on the task at hand. I find it goes much smoother, much faster. Again, playing nice music or something is fine, but not something that I'm really listening to or trying to concentrate on while I'm doing shipping or while I'm doing a listing. So I'll be doing the shipping, and I'll ship the item. Let me pick something. I'll ship my orange. This is orange. Looks a little yellow here, but this is an orange Sharpie. So I'll ship the orange Sharpie. And then I go to the next item. So let me pick something else, blue pen. And I'll go to the blue pen. And again, this is on my desktop. It says awaiting shipping, okay? And the Sharpie is still there. And I just shipped it. So I'll click refresh. I'll refresh the browser because maybe eBay is a little slow. It's still there. It shows awaiting shipping. And this is the thing that's fun. And it will show a tracking number. Now, if you're not paying attention, okay, like with this one, it's like, I know I just shipped it. I just shipped it. But if you're not paying attention, so if you're shipping 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, and yay for multiple sales, right? And then you go to your awaiting shipping thing thinking, oh, I've done everything. And the orange Sharpie is there. And you're going, I thought I shipped that. And if you then click to create a label, even though a label has been created, but for whatever reason, it's still showing as awaiting shipping and hasn't gone to paid and shipped, even though there's a tracking number on it, okay? And I click a second label, I'm charged for that second label. And then this is what's frustrating too. Then you go and look for it. You're like, oh no, I really did ship it. And then you got to go through all your packages and you got to look up the person's name and address and you figure out which package is the Sharpie. And then you got to go in and void a label. Okay. All of this is time and money for you because now you have been double billed for shipping the same thing. You've got to void one of the labels and be careful when you're voiding the label that you void the label that you're not using, not the one that's on your package. Okay. So it shows as awaiting shipping, but there is a tracking number there. Now, oftentimes it'll update like in 24 hours, like by the next day, it'll show as paid and shipped. And there is a tracking number there, so you're fine. So, but there seems to be some kind of interior glitch where even though it shows a tracking number, it doesn't move it to paid and shipped. But I bring this up because I did have one item. This is 2 weeks ago. I paid and shipped it. And it showed awaiting shipping with no tracking number. And I did this through eBay shipping. Okay. And I actually sent this to eBay to staffer with pictures of the package and a screenshot of what my screen looked like. Okay. So I've reported this. And then I'm going public with this too, so you can keep an eye out because I don't want you double paying for shipping. So this one was this has only happened once. So just to give eBay credit, the one where it shows as awaiting shipping, but there's a tracking number, that has happened several times now. But this happened once. It showed awaiting shipping and I had shipped it. I had shipped it like an hour before. Yes, I could wait for eBay to update, but I wasn't sure that eBay was going to update it correctly. So I grabbed the package. I've been able to keep track of, what's what. And you can always look at order details and see the name and address of the person. And I had the package in my hand. I marked it paid and shipped. And I manually entered the tracking. And then it showed as paid and shipped. Now that's only happened once. And the reason I did it manually, and the reason I didn't leave it to eBay to do it, is I didn't want something to mess up. I mean, what if it didn't update correctly? And then what if I get marked late and now the package is out the door and I don't have it in front of me and I don't have the tracking number? So I bring it up just in case you really have shipped it. And for some reason, the tracking number isn't there, even though, yes, it takes time. And remember, for us, time is our most precious resource. And this is why I don't like doing this, because that's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right, out of your day. And let's say it takes 5 minutes. I can start a listing in 5 minutes. I can take pictures in 5 minutes. I can do a social media post on Instagram or Pinterest or on my Facebook business page in 5 minutes. So that's 5 minutes that's been taken from me to make up for a shipping glitch. And I realize that this may sound like, I'm promoting using other things like Pirate Ship, which I do use occasionally, and the other shipping solutions. And I'm a big fan of eBay shipping. Oh, and just quick caveat, this has not happened on any eBay International shipping labels yet that I've done. This has just happened on domestic, but I am telling you, be careful and look at your awaiting shipping and make sure you haven't already shipped some of those items. Those of you that are unique, one-of-a-kind sellers, this should be a bit easier for you because of the fact that you only have one. Let's say this is a vintage, highly unusual orange Sharpie. You only have one of these. And you remember in your mind, I know I packed that, okay? So just really watch it. Like after you do the label, just keep an eye on that it's not in awaiting shipping, that it's gone to paid and shipped. Diana's saying it drives me nuts when eBay doesn't update in a timely fashion. Me too, Diana, and that's why I'm doing this. And you know me. I'm not one. I'm not a complainer. I'm not a sky is falling type. But when I go public on something like this, and this is a shipping glitch, my heart is about protecting the sellers. That's always my heart. I love eBay. I love you guys more. My heart is for sellers. And to give you the education, because I don't want you waste, because you have to go in there and you have to void a label. I mean, it can be done, but you're talking 5-10 minutes. And if it's 2 or 3 labels, 30 minutes just went down the drain that could have been gone to much more effective things. So if you just keep an eye on you're awaiting shipping and paid and shipped. And again, it's going to be a lot easier for my unique one-of-a-kind sellers because you really recognize the item. It's like, I know I shipped that. For my multi-quantity sellers, it's much more of a challenge. Like if you have multiple orange Sharpies, multiple necklaces, earrings, shirts, sneakers, socks, puzzles, games, whatever it is, it's much harder. Bottles of shampoo, because you might have shipped 3 or 4 and you're like, which one is that? Right. And that's what I'm saying is just slow down. Right now, 'tis not the season to be multitasking when you're shipping. And if you're using another shipping software, God bless you. Keep an eye on that too, though, because it might be a site thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm telling you what I've experienced. You may not have experienced this at all. And if you haven't, yay, let me know that. I have. And it's hitting me once or twice a week now. And this has been going on for about 4 or 5 weeks. Okay. So I'm a little slower on my shipping because I'm sort of double checking everything, but I'd rather double check than have to go through and be voiding labels just because it's more time consuming. And then I have to really make sure that I'm using the right label, that I'm not shipping out with a voided label. You don't want to be in that position. It's like not a good thing. Okay. Knock on wood. We've been lucky, no problems. Rick, I'm so glad to hear that. Yay, yay, yay. Good, good, good. So just keep an eye on it. Because again, it's one thing when it's hard to upload photos, when things are slow, when things are spinning, and it's something else where you could potentially pay twice, and particularly when shipping, can be more than a few dollars, you're potentially paying twice for the same shipping label. And then you're having to figure out which one is on the package and to avoid the other one. Okay, so keep an eye out for that in awaiting shipping on eBay, and again, I'm on the desktop, that it's not something that's already shipped. Okay, so just keep an eye out for that. And again, like anything is yay when we get sales, because that's what it's all about. We create great listings and then we get wonderful sales, and we are happy and we are very, very grateful to eBay that has such a great platform for us to run our businesses, right? I mean, I'm running a thriving eBay selling business from my home in New York City. There's ways to stand out in eBay search because shipping is one of the last parts of it, right? I'm shipping out, and then I'm there as a seller to deliver any customer service if they have any questions about their item on its way to you, on their way to them, which can happen sometimes, particularly with our new sellers. But you really got to create listings that stand out in eBay search. And more, there's more pieces to eBay listings that need to be filled in to create a listing that will stand out in eBay search, that will dominate eBay search, and that will place well in eBay search organically. And that means without having to pay for promoted listings. Okay. And so what I've done is I've created a guide for you. It's free. You just hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com. And right there, you'll see dominate eBay search and win more sales. And it's my free guide. It's free for you. It's my gift. And grab that, because printing, even when we have glitches to deal with, printing shipping labels is the end part of the sale, but you got to get that sale. And one of the ways to get the sale is really to create great optimized listings. And again, the tips that I've included in Dominate eBay Search are tips that are free. They are organic. That means that they will help you place better in search without having to pay for promoted listings. Okay. I use promoted listings. I love it, but you still need to create an optimized listing. And that's one that really fills in all the blanks for eBay, that will help you rank well in eBay search, because you want to be able to stand out and you want to dominate eBay search. So be sure to grab my free tips, dominate eBay search and win more sales. Thanks for listening, you guys. Have a great week. Bye-bye. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling.